Two patients were lying in hospital beds in a dimly lit room. One patient was positioned next to a window, while the other lay with his back to it. The first patient was allowed to sit up in his bed by the window for an hour every day, while the other had to remain lying down all the time. Despite not being able to see outside, the second patient longed to know what lay beyond the window pane. Each day, the first patient described the world outside the window in vivid detail to his companion. He spoke of the breathtaking view of a magnificent blue sky and the clouds that floated by like cotton candy. He described the garden below with a big lake where ducks swam, and children played with their boats made of different materials. He spoke of a man who rented small boats for people to sail on the lake, and the joyful laughter of those who sailed them. The second patient listened to these descriptions with awe and excitement, hanging on every word that his companion spoke. He would close his eyes and imagine the beautiful scene outside the hospital, feeling as though he was right there with his friend. The first patient's words gave him hope and something to look forward to each day. One morning, the nurse came in to check on the patients and found that the patient by the window had passed away in his sleep. The second patient was saddened by the loss of his friend and spent the day grieving. However, the next day, he decided to try sitting up to see the outside world for himself. Despite his excruciating pain, he struggled and propped himself up with his arms, then rested on one elbow and turned his head slowly towards the window. To his surprise, he saw nothing but a blank wall. The window faced an inner courtyard. He called the nurse and asked her if this was the window his companion used to look through. She confirmed that it was the only window in the room. Confused and curious, the second patient asked how his companion had been able to describe the beautiful world outside so vividly when he couldn't see it himself. The nurse explained that the first patient was blind and had never been able to see the outside world. However, he knew how much his companion wanted to see what was beyond the window, so he described it to him every day. He made up a beautiful picture of the world outside the window. The second patient was amazed and moved to tears by his companion's kindness and selflessness. The first patient had given him hope and something to look forward to each day, despite the dire circumstances of their shared hospital room. The second patient realized that even in their darkest moments, they could find joy and hope by spreading kindness and positivity to those around them. In the end, the second patient learned that the beauty of life lies not in what we see, but in what we make others feel. The first patient had given him the gift of hope and the power to imagine a beautiful world, and he would forever be grateful for that.